Hi everyone, welcome back to day 3 of this series. And in this series, we are gonna resume back with our questions. So we have left somewhere with the question number 20th, and now we are going to cover 21st question from this series of like week 1, where we are refreshing a few of the Python basics. Then we will move to pandas and then numpy. Later we will start with the actual dataset. We'll download some dataset and start working with those dataset. So for now, we are still working with JSON and file reading and writing. I will pick the question number 21st. So starting with it. So this question says find total revenue of each state from list of JSON invoices. So we have multiple JSON files, and now we want to read all those files, as well as if there is a list of JSON invoices, like I'll just go inside a folder and try to first generate few JSON files, and inside those JSON files I'll specify few states and the invoices for it. And with that file, I'll try to probably read it using the open context manager, and then try to check if it is a JSON file. I will read it and store it inside a inside a list, and then probably find the total revenue. So for this example, I'll still be using the states JSON file, uh, and it's just a very small sample, probably. And in the states JSON, I will add one more column as revenue, and then add the total revenue later while reading these files. Okay, so I'll first try to read the JSON file. This will also be a refresher what we have covered in the previous video. And since we are reading, so we will use R as a file. I am not very good with JSON. This is what I used to feel till now, but to completely be confident with it, I'll we keep on again and again writing the code so that I don't actually forget it. Okay, I again forgot to import my library, JSON library, and while we are mentioning load, it's JSON.load. Okay, and load must be having some few more keyword arguments. So probably okay, there's nothing. And okay, so I'm trying to print it more down. Exactly is happening. It's not able to. Yeah, to load a file, definitely this is the correct way. Try to read it as well. Does it do? Okay, nothing. Right, I need print. Something wrong again. Following the same thing, reading the file, loading the file inside a variable. Give it a shot again. Not able to read the file. So it's load as string. Nope. I did mention it as a read function, and then JSON.load. Oops, why I'm reading the. I need to store it inside a variable first. So variable 20 and where 21. It's okay. Even if we make such mistakes in the next uh, line of code, I am gonna write another value. So probably I'll go first read the, since I know the key, I won't go and traverse to the key. Then for item, for in my, okay, so for value in, okay, I'll print the state name first in a way that it will ask the output from user value, and from value it should give the name. Okay, so this is f string. Let me first print it out. Oops, we need to give the double quotes. Just there. Okay, oh yes. For now, I'll just print the value first. Oh yeah, it is actually reading out the. Not sure even if I'm working correctly, but yeah, I do need. I think that's not how I need to use it. Not sure when this gonna be fine. Okay, is this what I meant? No. Why is it? Or are we seeing this? Can we directly? Okay, what I'll do, I'll just try to. Use a function of value, or I'll just give it a name key. Key will be our name of the state. So this is the name of state, and the key won't be the name of state. I am. I bet the key will be in new, and the value should be value is equal to, and then I want the value in. Let's say for now I'll just take it in a float form. Get a value for here. I'm gonna use the f string, and I just hope we can use f string inside the int function. Can probably, and then we are gonna update the dictionary item dot update with, like, from keys we can also use, or from keys. I'll, for so long I wanted to try this from keys. Finally, this is our moment. Try something wrong. It's fine. Item name. wrong on passing? No. Okay. Again, I missed this point that I need to put it in double quotes or vice versa. I need to. Okay. So for Alabama, let's say we want to put 2, 3. I know since like there are 28 states, it will keep on asking every time. But since I don't want to make it, guys, feel free to skip for this part. I'm just randomly passing few inputs and then trying to figure out if it works. Sometimes I feel like this video recording will be very helpful to boost confidence. I won't say I lack it, but I feel it's blurry. People do feel sometimes they are lost, which is completely fine. In order to be found, you need to be first lost. Some philosophical things, random, skip it. Otherwise, I'll be very embarrassed later when I got to know in comments that people are actually listening to these philosophical things, which I've been saying during my free time. Finally, near to Michigan, Mississippi. Just hope Trump don't get no political things. Never mind. Finally, we are close, almost closer to New Hampshire. New York. Finally, North Carolina. North Dakota. Why I thought of writing it. Okay. Just I don't want to rant much. Few more seconds. We are done. Unless we are creating something in this. And we are reusing the code, we are revising it, which is very good thing. Uh, in this way, it will really help. I'll say don't do it like in a one shot in a one day sitting. Rather take some time to do more, explore more questions. I would definitely say do 10, 11 more questions apart from this because every day once you practice, you will push yourself to remember the code. If you are very beginner level or someone who struggles like me to remember the things initially and then I later once I remember it I don't forget easily. But if I remember, which is extremely tough for me. Okay, so finally we have, oh no, it just took it as a, oh my god, it just took it as a revenue, as a, what a shit show. I shouldn't have used a from keys like this. God, what a stupidity. This why this from key doesn't work in my favor? What's the problem with it? If you really want to see the, I'll say if you really want to see the from music, the JSON file here it is. Oops, I need to refresh it. No, I guess I don't need to. I'll get it. Oh, I think it got saved somewhere else. If I really want to open a file, oh, since I'm not writing it, okay, my bad. Just a char which is there. Sorry, a variable which is there. From keys. What's your problem, from keys? Why you are bugging me this much? I thought finally I'm gonna use it. To make sure things are fine, I'll just go and check what is from keys code. We have a key dictionary dot from keys. Okay, so I'm right, dictionary dot from keys. Is it dictionary dot from keys? Dictionary dot from keys. Dictionary dot from keys. Okay, if that is the case, I'll just give it a shot. Try it out. We need to. We don't need the list. Okay, and I want to escape. So it's saying could not convert string to float. That is fine. For now, I'll just comment it out and see did it actually added something or not. It didn't. Yeah, again the same thing. Just taking this key as a. Oh, oops. I think I need to pass the key as a list. Okay. Or what if I keep it outside? I probably don't think so, but maybe. Okay, let me give it a shot again. And pass and enter. Escape. Okay, I'll now try to. I am under. Okay, okay, so now it's working fine. Yeah, we can see revenue, and if I try to even read it from. We are not writing it out, but then still I can give it a shot. Do I have to do this exercise again? Yes. Because I don't want to copy multiple values. And actually, count user by sign up month. Read a text file. Okay, file remove blanks. Count user by sign up month from adjacent timestamp. Okay, I'll try to cover it later. Just could not convert string. Okay, never mind. I'll just try to. Okay, and can we see revenue? Yeah, I am able to see for few. I feel not for all of it. Yeah. How to read it also in a end is not working for some reason. Okay, we slash. Other day also I was trying, it wasn't working. Okay, never mind, I'll check it later. Okay, so I have figured out rather than passing the value again and again, I can just simply try a quick formula and then print the value in a for the revenue for every state. Okay, so since we have now the file, I'll try to write this var21 inside in a new file. Okay, so for that, I'll again use the open states new file.json, and it says like list of JSON invoices. Should I make it a separate dictionary and then try to pass it in a. Okay, I'll try to again list of JSON invoices, which means we have multiple JSON files. I just created one. I just try to write it in a way that it generates multiple JSON files as file. right? Probably. And when this the one, we just want to get one. First, I'll get just item one. Okay, try to print. I don't want to see this rather. States and then print the item. Okay. Now I'll just for each dictionary I'll create a different JSON file. Okay, to do that, first we going to inside the context manager and we don't want to read it, rather for every item, for every basically for, and we want to change the function name as well. I'll just write pass as abbreviation. I think that will work. And okay, since I'm not able to see upstream, do want to write this, and I now don't need this. JSON dot item. Sorry, JSON dot dump, and then file. Inside the we need the first thing which I missed is and our intent. 24. We'll go inside the folder. Yeah, so inside our folder I can see we have multiple JSON files created. I'll see. Okay, which is working fine. So this is the dictionary, and inside this dictionary we are able to get the area code, revenue, and yeah, I think that's how we can now get the multiple, or basically we can say the list of JSON files. So till here we have seen how we can read the JSON file again and write a new value to the dictionaries we already have inside the JSON file, and we generated few multiple files out of the existing JSON file and try to form a list of it. So for now I will put all these files generated inside a, I'll say, folder. So for now I'll copy all of it, and I can see all these. There should be 28 files approximately, and yeah, you're getting. Oops, my bad. It should be 50. Okay, so 50 files we have placed here. Now we'll go back and try to read these files. There is a function called exist, so we're gonna use exist, and we also want to check the format. If it's a JSON file, then we're gonna read that list. Okay, so to do that, if exist, it's if exist a specific if os.exist a specific type of file. This is about if exists, but we want to also check is the file type is what I think this is directory, and then we can check also if the file. Okay, file exists, and we don't want to see file exists. Rather, we want to check if file format. Yeah, how to check a specific type of file in Python. So as well, okay, we are checking based on the split text. I remember there is one more mistake. Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, I remember there is one more way of doing it. One is we can split the file, and for example, we don't want to os.stats. The type of file we can also check. Okay, the file exists. Again, file exists. Okay, it's again checking a file exists. What is OS? Another fix to check its size, permission, and modification. Okay, these are just various ways of checking the. Okay, we again did is directly and directory and then file name. Okay, but we don't want to see check if file exists using the glob is what? If file exists using this till. Specific type of file. Okay, are you just using the. Okay, for now then I'll also go with the split text and then get a file extension and check if the file extension is the expected extension and then use it. What is guest type? Okay, I don't want to use any guest type or something. Check using meme type. Okay, I don't want to do this. Rather, I'll just use the split. Okay, so to copy the code, we want to check in the list here. Okay, maybe just this code. Okay, I want to give the file path as states because that's where we need to check. Okay, file path it should split, but before even doing that, we'll check in the dot list directory. Pass it. the list directory. dir is what I'm gonna mention, and then just state it's my directory. If file name in OS directory, then print it is in the okay for that. The file name in a directory. Okay, so file path should be for files in dir, and yeah, so every file in the should be my file. Then further it will be split in path, and I want to split the file name. Okay, and inside this to see the format, and I'll print the format for now. I'll basically print both of it and see what how it works. Okay, so I use this code where I'm splitting the text and getting the format of file. And once I'm getting the file format, I am just passing it to a if loop and checking if it's a .json file. It should actually append to a list ls I have created. But what I can see here is that since I already know that inside my var there will be a variable as revenue. So rather than storing everything and then reading again the list again the dictionary, I'll just better append only the revenue value inside the list. So okay, this is all. And since we just need the you can this one since we just need the total revenue, I'll just print the sum of this list, and that will be our total revenue. Okay, so this is what the total revenue, and this is how we can check. So first line of code I have used to write the file to write the multiple json files in order to get a revenue value, and later I am reading all these files and doing the sum of that specific list. So this is a way I have tried to solve this problem. So now we have question count users by sign up month from JSON timestamps. So we must be having some user list, and then the joining date or this like the sign up date basically, and based on that we need to just find the count of users as based on each month how many users we are getting. So just here I'm gonna create a user list and also a random timestamp. Okay, so to do that, I'll just try to reuse the above code, but rather than copying it, I'll just reuse the structure of it. So what we were doing is trying to write a file using some sort of formula and tactics. What I'll do here is create a JSON file dot users dot JSON, and first use the write function file, and inside this we are gonna dump a string as a string form. So JSON, I have already imported JSON above, so I don't need to again I need to do that again. Let's call it variable 22 and the file. Now I will mention intent as 4. Now we'll try to create a variable as which will be a dictionary. So inside this dictionary, again, first we will take some user inputs, which will be our keys. Again, rather than going for key and value separately, I'll again use this formula the same way what we have done for the previous question. For I, comma, value. So since this should be a time form, so there was a way in which we can get the ASCII codes and characters. So for that, I'll go back and see that code in the one of our previous questions. We were using a char function to extract the ASCII codes. Yeah, I guess this is the one. Yes, so we will follow something like similar approach. This one. Okay, here we are getting a list. We don't want a list. Rather, we need to make it a user. I'll use join here. Then pass I, and the range should be somewhere between. Range was what? Okay. So this will be the user. This is a random string passing. So the key will be this specific user. So I don't think so. We need join also. I was just, or I'll just write user underscore. This will be the join. Yes, that's how it works. I want the value. Try to print key first. Key and not able to. Okay, so this is our key. Now I'm gonna get the value. Since we want the date, I will use random for timestamp and then see if random works for time. Okay, yeah, so we can get. I'll use this code only. So to generate a uniform description over a day. No, I don't need a specific day. Here to generate uniform time on particular day. Okay, we don't also need a day. 2 timestamps. if that is the case, on 10 of those, probably go and get the value here. For this, we need to import a random library and mention and then start. This moment. N should be 2025 and 12, the same. Start should be, let's keep it 18. We'll try to print the value. Yeah, which is another problem for date. Definitely, we need to pass the format like this. I was just trying to avoid it somehow and without keeping it any get error. Let's try it out again. Okay, it's trying to give a random value. This is not what we want. Date. Okay, let me try with the date time. This one. Need to again import date time as well. Okay, so we did get some random dates and for a specific user. Okay, now I will print both key and the timestamp. Okay, so we had generated a variable which is consisting of keys and values. Now from here, I will first create a dictionary. So we are going to do will be a dictionary. Also for key, we are gonna append it in a dictionary. If we get it, okay, I was just trying to write in a form of key and value. Dot update. Okay, so we got the dictionary. Uh, Now we need to write it every time inside a JSON format. Okay, five here. And I'll add one more key. Small catch. Print the value. I'm getting value in this form, but while I'm printing it, not in the store. It has a time. Um, or just get it in a. This is another list. And now I want to see the value of a list. We need to write it in a string function. Okay, so far I have used the function dot string from time and then try to read the value and try to update it in a form of a dictionary. Now I want to write this value inside a separate JSON files. I really not very keen to write it in a JSON form because we have already done the same code above, just following the same way. And now I will try to write it in a separate to segregate it. I'll keep it. Okay. I'm also reading this randomly. Okay. So count the users by sign up month from JSON format. So let's say that we just want to check for 2025. So I'll just keep it first of Jan till 15th of, let's say. And now I want to write all this in. So I am again trying to do is go inside, first write the multiple JSONs and then come back and read it and then store it again in a list. Uh, just trying to skip this part and rather just directly using the var22. But do follow this approach. First you write it and then read it. What we have done in the above code, we actually first wrote the multiple files for JSON, and then we went inside the specific folder, check for the folder, and then try to get the revenue and do the sum, the find the total revenue of the data. Okay, now I will try to use probably JSON, not dumb. We don't need it anymore. Rather, let's say like we have stored everything inside a dictionary, and rather I'll write another for loop to get the to segregate the values, get the month from this dictionary. Basically, try to first read the value. So for basically first for key and then value from the of key and value in var 22 dot item. So for today we will just do these two questions. I feel it stretched a bit. The speed is going very slow, or I'll just try to cover if I can quickly cover all this. Okay, so we want to we have key and value. From the value I need to extract is month. So first let's print the type of the value. Okay, it's getting it into a string form. Yeah, because we are storing it into a string form. What if we just store it in a date form rather than date from date time? Integer. Okay, so seems like it is converting getting a value in integer form. Date and time we are getting, which is strange because earlier I wasn't getting this value. Okay, since we are already getting it, I'll just try to uh, get the month out of it and try to see if we can we do this. Not not callable. Okay, must be some other way. Date dot month, maybe date time dot date. And what do we want to get from here? Yeah, we don't want that. Something there. From the date I need month. Can I extract that? Okay, there is no function, built-in function as month. Okay, if we are able to extract it, I'll try to see if there is a way we can get the month. There must be some function. Date dot month, which is what I was doing, right? Date. Okay, okay. callable. Can we go and check? So somewhere we can see the name. It was day name and then this one. Okay, month is formatted month. Formatted month is STR. What percentage B? Has no. Okay, this also makes sense. It does not callable. Okay, come on. Probably want something like this. There should be something. I just need to figure it out. Let's say, okay. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I just work with it and trial as you can see. Now I want to group it, right? So storing it in a list form dot append and then do the sum, the count, basically group count. Does it do? So we definitely know like for one user there'll be 1 month, one entry of month. Now I'll just do group. Can we do group? How we can use group in list? Or again like list comprehension using like traversing it. I just first try if there is a function group in list byte. Check this list. Use the lambda function. Grouped value, key values. Again group by list. We don't have any function that's in. Yeah, everyone is using kind of list comprehension to get it. That's this group by can we use group by list? Okay, just creating a group by list. Collections. Okay, iterative tools. Okay, let's try the approach of list comprehension. They have used the lambda function. I just lambda function maybe can counter it. Ls. Just get the count of. Oh, can we do count list? What was this count earlier doing? Okay, count I. Then using Okay, first I'll just get the I also. Can do the dictionary again. If I again. Okay, and now make a set of. We have done something where we are dropping the duplicates. So okay, forgot. Drop duplicates. Okay, that is not the correct way because we can anytime use drop duplicates. This was used to do the sort. This will sort the keys. But it does have an attribute which sorts. Okay, for now, let's. Okay, never mind. We will try to figure out June. The occurrence of June is 3 times, and we just want this key. The question is count user by sign up month. Okay, that is fine. Now we need to just remove the duplicate keys. There was a question where we were trying to remove the duplicate. I'm just trying to recall. Duplicates. How there can be duplicate keys also? Because it's inside a list. Maybe that could be the reason. So rather than getting it in a list, why not to store it in a form of tuple? Then put it in a form of set. Probably join with the dictionary. Update. Dictionary update 0 has 2 is required. Okay, we do need 2 of it. So probably we shall try map. This is also not happening. And we need to get it in a dictionary. Sequent list. Yeah, we know this is a list, but it's duplicate. We can't store it in the. What is the form we can remove duplicates from our list? Just hope it's not very silly one. This one is not working. It's not gonna work. But let's try. If the values inside this are in form of dictionary, how to remove duplicates from dictionary? Remove duplicates from. Okay, so what it was doing earlier also. Shall I should get it in a form of dictionary first. My God.